Wah! Hello! Wah! I'm invisible to you all. Hello! Hi! 1 second. Let me do this. Hi! You guys okay? Hi! Hello! Welcome to the stream. Welcome, good morning. Hi, hi, honey. Good morning. Are you guys okay? Have you guys been having a good morning? I was hoping for morning voice, princess. This kind of is as close as you're ever going to get. I've already been an hour up, I think. Has it been an hour? When did I get up? It's been about an hour. This is fine. Isn't it 2 PM for you? It is indeed. It is indeed. But I was up late last night. I was up very, very late last night. Because I didn't go to bed right away after stream, because you kind of can't. When you play a game like that's that exciting, you kind of can't sleep straight away. So I was up until about 3 or 4. So yeah. It was good. I slept good, which was very, very nice. Because sometimes whenever I play spooky things, my brain is like, have the spooky dream. But I didn't. So there we go. And I think that's just because I had a lot of fun playing with MIRRI and Blaze. So it wasn't just like me having to sit and be like, oh man, that was a spooky game. It was, you know, I could think about all the nice times that I had with my friends. Yeah. Wasn't it hot today? Not really. I don't think so. I'm wearing very thick pajamas right now, so... That's right, I'm still in my pajamas. I haven't gotten dressed today like I normally do. How many hours do I normally sleep? I always try and aim for about 8, typically. As much as possible. But if I go to bed much later than I normally do, then it's sometimes a little more difficult to try and sleep for just 8. Yeah, we're comfy right now. My pajamas have stars on them, by the way. I didn't realize how matching I was. I didn't realize how committed I was to the space princess thing until I looked down. My PJs have stars on them. Yeah, I will never not be on brand. But yeah, how was your guys' morning? Do you guys have a good day? Do you have a good breakfast and things? I had a very balanced meal just now. I've been trying to hit my macros better lately. Because I'm realizing that I'm eating a lot less protein than I really should be, because it's harder for me to eat protein, but I'm doing my best. Just woke up myself. Yeah, good morning, honey, good morning. Woke up, I had a shower because it's hot. That's so real. I haven't showered yet today, so I'm a little bit gross, I suppose. I don't know. I showered yesterday, so it's not like I'm too stinky. I'm gonna shower after this, I think. Better to shower later in the day than not at all, so. Really have to go out of your way with your meat intolerance thing. Yeah, it's much more difficult for me. It's still possible if I put the effort in. The problem is that I haven't been putting the effort in recently, or as much as I haven't been putting the effort in as much as I should be. And that's the problem. So I'm trying to eat more protein. So I had protein breakfasty thing with a bagel and an apple. So that was my breakfast. It was very balanced, very well balanced. Yeah. Been awake for 6 hours already. I did a lot today already. Very productive. I'm proud of you. I don't know what else I have to do today. I've got so many things going on. There's so many things going on all of the time. But there are lots of little things that I kind of have to wait for like other things to happen to like complete them properly. Like I'm trying to sort out my taxes and stuff early. I don't have to have any of my taxes stuff done until like October, but like I want to get it sorted now so that I can send stuff off, and then if anything has an issue, they can just be like, hey, this is an issue, and then they can like I have time to fix it type of thing. You know what I mean? Rather than like doing it the day before. They don't wish you a happy treason day yesterday. They did not. However, the 4th of July, which was yesterday, was the voting day for the UK. So, I just think that's a funny little anecdote. I just think it's a funny little anecdote that the day that we voted on government yesterday is the same day that America held independence. I just think that's really funny. But yeah, I'm trying to get my taxes sorted early so that if anything happens, I could just be like, alright, cool, it's this, this, and this. Problem is that I have to wait on some stuff. So I had to like request some information. And without that information I can't complete my taxes. Working with a US company, the taxes must be a mess. It's not as complicated as you might think. Genuinely, it's not as complicated as you might think. The most complicated thing about it is just the fact that you have to tell your government that you made, or at least in the UK, you have to tell the British government that the money that you made is foreign. Because then they have to be like, okay, what country was it? And then you can be like, it was the US. And they're like, ah, okay, we have a tax treaty with that place. And I can be like, I know. And basically all it means is that instead of paying taxes in both countries, you pay the same amount of taxes if you'd pay it in one country, but split into percentages. So I think America gets like 30% of the overall tax that I would pay in total. Do you pay taxes in SAFFIRE? Yeah. That's how public funding works. Everybody pays taxes. So yeah, people think it's a lot more complicated than it actually is. And unfortunately, the process makes it sound a lot more complicated than it actually is. But really, it's just filling in a lot of forms. I feel like people would dread taxes way less if they made it accessible. But they don't make it accessible, is the thing. But that's why accountants have jobs. If people knew how easy it was to file taxes, people wouldn't need accountants. Wasn't sure if the royal family was exempt. No, we're not like above people. Well, we're above people, but like we're not exempt from taxes. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to sort lately. Unfortunately, it does mean that like, cause it's foreign money, I have to like go through an extra step or two. And also, because my earning year. I don't remember what the word for it. There's like a specific name for it. But basically the tax year is from April 6th of the previous year to April 5th of the current year. And that's your tax year, basically. April 6th to April 5th the next year. That's the year. But if you have a company that instead works from like a January to December thing, like if you work in like Sweden or somewhere, because I know that they do that there in some companies and stuff. They'll you gotta like report that to be like, yeah, my tax year doesn't match up with the tax year that the government has set. And so you have to like do your taxes slightly differently in terms of books, and then show those books to the government to be like, look. It's so weird. Yeah. USA is January to December. That's weird. How do you explain to your accountant that you're an anime girl on the internet? Unironically, I have to, my way of describing it is I'm an online media producer. Doesn't that sound so much more professional? That sounds so much more professional than a professional anime girl. I'm an online media producer. Because then people just assume that I work in like advertising. It's so funny. Unfortunately, I do have to like report stuff as well though. But like, so you could have like money back from your taxes because of expenses and things. And if you work from home, like I do, I have like the rest of where I live, and then I have an office. But the cool thing about my office is that my office is tax deductible. So everything I do in my office, so long as it's for work, is tax deductible, which is really funny to me. Because I have like a whole room in my abode, in my ship, which is tax deductible. Like, that's just so funny to me. It's just how you pad your resume, make stupid jobs sound professional, pretty much. Yeah, I feel like most of having a CV is just trying to figure out a way to make a very mundane job seem impressive. Which is kind of true for VTubing as well. You can deduct part of your rent as a business expense if you have a home office. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The way that you do it is like, if you live in like a flat that has 4 rooms and you use one room as your office, you get all of your bills together in one, and you divide it by 4, and whatever that number is the number that is tax deductible. Because 3 of your rooms are not tax deductible because you live there, but 1 room is your work room. So there you go. My stationery collection is tax deductible. It's only tax deductible if I show you my stationery collection on stream. Because then I'm making content out of it. Then it's tax deductible. If I buy more stationery and then I show you on stream, that's my tax deductible stationery. Alternative, you can rent the workroom to yourself. Yes, I don't have the need to do that just yet though. I don't feel like I have to anyway. Maybe in the future. Alien Princess uses online audience to get tax breaks. It's not tax breaks, it's just deductible. And I'm not like I mean, you can't be too demanding with it as well. Because otherwise they'll be like, you're asking for too much money back. Which is kind of fair, really. Yeah. It doesn't become free money. That's not how that works. Taxes, baby. Oscars, tax deductible if you use them for thumbnails. And that's a weird one. Because you also kind of have to prove that, like, the stuff that you're trying to ask as a deductible was essential. You kind of have to, like, convince the tax people that your deductible stuff is reasonable. I shouldn't be yawning at 3 PM hell, but no! We're being EP together. So yeah, you do have to, like, convince people. Like, if I buy, like, a laptop for work, I still have to, like, tell them the reason why the laptop was essential to my work. I can't just get, like, a laptop and then be like, I use this for work. Meanwhile, I'm watching YouTube videos. Like, I still have to say why things were, like, reasonable. Why things were essential. The areas I had before stream were essential and therefore tax deductible. Ah, yes. Energy for my stream. So yeah, I don't know. Taxes are silly and goofy. Getting a head start on them is good. So that's what I've been doing for the past, like, 4 days, I think? 4 days or so? This is why you use an accountant and they can define the grey areas that you can get away with better. Yes, very much so. But if you're on the scale like I am, where, like, it's more affordable just to report your own taxes, like, just do that. Because it's, I don't know, it's not that difficult. It's complicated because they make it complicated. There's so many different options for things that you get very lost in it, but it is what it is. It is a very boring conversation topic to have at 2:23 PM on a Friday. Boy. I don't live a very interesting life, chat. I've learnt this recently. Well, not recently. Well, I've learnt this in times. I think it's pretty interesting. Thank you, Mike. Any topic becomes instantly more interesting when I keep princesses talking. They were talking to about it. I guess so. That makes sense. Ugh. What was I talking about the other day? I was, like, really excited about something. And I can't remember what I was excited about. I genuinely do not remember what I was excited about, but it was something really lame, and I told Mama Q about it, and she just kind of looked at me like, you're 22, and this is what you're excited about? Tell me, being interesting is pretty subjective, to be honest. A lot of stuff you find boring, we find interesting. I guess so. I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad we can hang out together. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was specifically. it was something really lame. I think it was like having just enough washing powder to do like a final like spin of washing before I had to go buy more type of thing. Like I had just enough washing powder to do like to wash my clothes before I had to go buy more stuff. And I was like, it was so good. It was something really lame about that, but I was like, it was the perfect amount. I didn't have to go to the shop. Yeah. She was just like, okay. Why are you excited about this? I was very excited. Having just enough anything but having to buy extra is the perfect moment that you had to say, right? Right? It was perfect. It was so perfect. That's something to be excited about. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit lame, but like, it's more of an adult moment. I think so. I think her judgment was less to do with my excitement and more to do with the fact of, it's something to get excited about when you're in your 30s rather than your very early 20s. It's something very much to get excited over. Yeah. I don't know, but I've always been a little bit lame. I think. I like the things that I like. I'm an old soul. So, is what it is. I'm over speedrunning live. How was my rest? I kind of slept like a log. I didn't have any dreams last night, and I think it's just because of how tired I was. But I didn't go to bed right away after the stream because when a game revels me up that much, like a spooky game like that, it gives me so much energy and I can't fall asleep right away. So instead of me going to bed at like 1 in the morning, I went to bed at like 3 in the morning instead, which is, it be how it be. But I had a really good time. I had a really good time playing with my friends. It was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. I love playing games with Blaze and MIRRI. It makes me happy. Definitely worth it. Yeah, I got real spooked, but it was good. The adrenaline do get you zooming. Yeah. Games scared me too, Princess. And I'm glad you had fun despite all the scary stuff. Yeah. I think like spooky games are always way more fun with friends. Way more fun with friends. That's just how it be. I always have a really good time with it. Yeah. You did really well last night. I did my best. I was very what's the word for it? What's the word for it? I was very cowardly, but it was still fun. Oftentimes what you do doesn't matter. What matters is who you're doing it with. Yeah, exactly. I like hanging out with Blaze and MIRRI. I think it means a lot to me that I'm able to play these games with them. Cause I feel really safe with them, you know? Like, cause we've known each other for so long, we spend like months in pre-debut bonding and getting to know where everybody's kind of lines lie. So that when we do stuff that is like on a line for somebody, like scary games for me, everybody kind of has like their own thing of like, everyone has like a mutual understanding that this is on somebody's line, so be prepared to make accommodations for it, which is what happened last night. I got too spooked. I was like, hey, I don't think this is good for me anymore. And then we switched to a game that was good for me. And that means a lot to me, that my friends aren't... They never push. We spend a lot of time making sure that everybody is happy and healthy. And it means a lot to me that they respect my boundaries with stuff. They actively enforce my boundaries. Hi, honey, welcome in. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. Yeah, it makes me happy that they're willing to do that. Which is so lovely, especially because like, even if I'm completely fine, they still ask about it as well. I don't know how else to put it. They still ask me about it. Because I could be completely fine in a situation that like might be on a line for me. Like even in a spooky game, if I'm like completely fine, they'll still like ask me. They'll be like, do you want to keep going? Yeah. Even if like we don't mention it on stream, there is a constant dialogue of DMs going. Of like asking for permission and asking if like people want to continue, or if like this is everyone's cap, or how much energy everybody has. Yeah, it's good. It's really healthy. Weirdly enough, this is one of the healthiest workplaces I've ever had for that sort of thing. Yeah, good friends. Yeah. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys have noticed. Excuse me. I just got into the Discord and somebody was talking about coffee. Ugh, I should have gotten coffee. The problem is that coffee doesn't really work for me. I wish it worked for me. I wish that like caffeine made me awake, but it doesn't. Caffeine like makes me lock in, if that makes any sense. You and all of EIEN are so heckin' wonderful and lovely. I'm glad that we put out that impression, because, you know, I think it's really difficult to be able to give an accurate representation of personality, especially in this industry. Because you have to find like a balance between being an actual person and being a character. And that people get mixed up with that quite a bit. So if you give the wrong impression by accident, people just assume that you're a terrible person. Caffeine just makes it a little bit less miserable. I don't wake up for it though. Like I'll be the same level of awakeness. It's just that like my brain will focus. If I have like a good bit of caffeine in the morning, it's like my brain goes from like 1,000,000 miles an hour to like 75. And that's just enough for me to focus. I've heard people say that that's probably an ADHD thing. I'm gonna leave that for another day to figure that one out. Caffeine gives me palpitations. Oh god. Please live. Don't have that happen. Is it supposed to block the hormones that make you EB? I don't know. Why does caffeine? Why does caffeine make you awake? Caffeine is a type of that promotes alertness. These drugs are called stimulants. Caffeine acts as a adenosine receptor antagonist. Adenosine is a substance in your body that promotes sleepiness. Caffeine blocks the adenosine receptor to keep you from falling asleep. Wait, you said that, huh? You said that. That's so interesting. Huh. Interesting. And yet I'm still sleepy with caffeine in my system. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, but it doesn't eliminate adenosine. So when it wears off, you get a crash when all of the built-up adenosine buds. Oh no! It's like putting a dam in place and then it just floods. Wait, that's so interesting. So you just like crash and get real eepy then. Huh! That's so interesting actually. Procrastinates your sleepiness. Oh my gosh. I think the only time that it really properly works for me is if I'm drinking like an energy drink, which I don't do very often because they don't make me feel very good. But if I'm drinking like a Monster or something, like then I'll be awake. But I don't know if that's just because of the sheer level of caffeine that's in energy drinks. There's a crazy amount of caffeine in there. Does have a lot compared to a normal cup of coffee. How much caffeine is in a Monster? That's 36. Is that milligrams? mg? 36 milligrams? Wait, there's different ones here. There's different ones. Eh? Caffeine Informer, here we go. Wait, should I get it from actual Monster Energy himself? The Monster Energy? Where's the one that I drink? Not here, they hate me. Is it Monster Ultra that I drink? It is Monster Ultra that I drink. Or have in the past. It's the white one that I've only ever drank. Here we go. 150 milligrams of caffeine is in the white Monster Ultra. How much is 150 milligrams of caffeine? How many cups of coffee is that? What do you mean the white one is quite low? That's a lot. That's just so much caffeine, though. mg is milligrams, right? You could get 300 milligrams? How much caffeine is in 1 cup of coffee? That's 80 to 100 milligrams of caffeine. $400 is max per day? Like max or healthy? I'm amazed by this. So, a white Monster is like 2 cups of coffee. Gosh, goodness me. Huh. The white Monster tastes like bubblegum juice? What bubblegum are you having? No, it doesn't. It tastes like lemon. It tastes like lemon. I've never tried any of the Monster though. Yeah, it tastes like lemonade to me. Like the 0 sugar white Monster tastes like lemonade to me. Do you guys not think it tastes like lemonade? Is that like not a thing that you guys think? Huh? Let's see. What is the flavor of the white Monster? Yeah, the light, refreshing citrus flavor. It is, it's like a lemonade. It's supposed to be citrus flavored. I don't drink Monster, so I wouldn't know. Oh my gosh. British lemonade is... Well, no, because you guys have different lemonades to us. We have every lemonade that you'll get in the UK. If you ask for lemonade, you'll get Sprite. Or something that is akin to Sprite. You'll get something that is citrusy flavored and carbonated. That's what you'll get if you want some kind of lemonade in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, genuinely. If you go to a restaurant and you ask for lemonade, occasionally if you're in like a weird indie cafe or something, you can ask for cloudy lemonade, and that'll be non-carbonated like American lemonade. But sometimes even cloudy lemonade is also carbonated. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have lemonade stands here. I've never ever seen a lemonade stand in the UK. I think that's just because people see it as unsanitary. Maybe? Or maybe that's just like where I grew up or something along those lines? Who knows? Imagine going to the UK and not asking for iron brew. That's Scotland. You could get iron brew here, but that's a Scotland thing. They're their own thing. They are very... Lemonade stands are very much a US thing if they're going to be anywhere, but I know that they're not gonna be everywhere. It's the capitalist mindset of lemonade stand that even kids can buy into. Oh my gosh. I tried iron brew once. It tasted like bubblegum flavored battery acid. Yeah, but it's good though. How do I explain what iron brew kind of tastes like? I don't know how to describe iron brew as a flavor. What does iron brew taste like? Ginger, orange, and bubblegum all combined into one thing. Yep, that seems about right. It's actually really nice. I like it a lot. My favorite way to have it is as a float. It's as a treat. If you get a tall glass and you fill it with iron brew and you put a little scoop of vanilla ice cream on top and drink it like that as a float, that's really tasty. It's really nice. It's really, really good. It becomes almost like butterscotchy. It's very nice. Yeah, it's good. Google describes it as orange gasoline flavor. I'm sure it does. That's also correct. But make a float out of it. Genuinely. Have iron brew with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top and then mix it in. Mm. Yeah, it's really tasty. I like it a lot. I should do that. Oh, I should do that. I want to have an ice cream float now, and I don't have soda or ice cream in. Look at what you've done to me. Soda floats are nice. Yeah, I haven't had one for a long time. I should have it. You can get them in the UK from McDonald's. Although I haven't asked for one for a long time. But genuinely, if you ask for a cup of like fizzy pop or something, you can ask them just to put like a little bit of McFlurry mix on top before they close the lid, and they'll do it for you. We used to get it when I was a kid. Not very often, mind, but yeah, people will let you do it. Mm. Yeah. So they started using artificial sweeteners in their non-diet version. Yeah, I think things just change eventually, but I think that's due to the sugar tax. Excuse me. If their McFlurry machines work, well, that's the stipulation there. If the thing is working, then get it. If it's not, then cope and seethe, I guess. Thank you. I've been so sniffly lately. I don't know if I'm coming down with something. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. I actually don't mind the taste of artificial sweeteners all that much. I kind of prefer it in a weird way. Because it kind of makes the drink taste less intense. Like, this is why I always drink diet versions of like, if I'm gonna have a drink of, like, pop or something, or soda, I'll always have a diet version every time, and it's because, like, the full fat versions always taste way too intense for me. So I don't like regular Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I don't like the full versions of it, just because they make my teeth feel weird and they taste too intense. But the diet versions are nice because they're almost watered down. Because they're still nice and flavorful, but they're, like, more palatable. It's nice. Yeah, I believe the diet versions taste different in the UK. They might do. I've never had the opportunity to try anything in the US, so that should be an interesting one. Me doing a double take at the concept of full fat soda? Yeah, that's what they call it here. They don't call it, like, regular. Or at least I've never heard it called regular. Oh god. Now, oh, do I just have, like, a weird bias now? Oh dear. I've been trying for years to, like, unhook. I've been trying for years to, like, unhook the, like, dietary mindset out of my brain. Just because you, like, in the 2000s in Britain, it was so intense that it's just embedded in my vocabulary. So sometimes I'll just say things that are, like, not great, and I won't realize it until later. But yeah. Full fat soda seems like it would be a really good deterrent for obesity. That's what everybody I know calls it, though. Like, they don't say regular Coke because that's a very American thing to say. They'll say full fat Coke. Ooh, is this just the 2000s UK coming back to bite me? Anything where there's a diet, lighter, reduced versions, people will call the normal version the full fat version in the UK. Yeah. That's I don't know if that's like a bad thing or not, but that's just how the language has progressed and works. Yeah. No, genuinely, it's a real thing that people say. But like the regular version of Coke always makes my teeth squeaky. I don't know if anybody else has this. I'll take like a sip of it and then my teeth will have like they'll feel squeaky. They'll feel like they have a coating of something on them. Subtle subconscious messaging. Oh boy. Mistake saying ice hockey or ground soccer. Diet milk is just low-fat milk, I guess. Yeah. I guess so. See, that's the funny thing about it, is that people say full-fat milk as well. They won't say, like, whole milk, they'll say full-fat. It's a real thing. Oh, no. Sugar in general tends to give you that coating. It doesn't feel nice though. It's a texture thing. It's why I don't like bananas either. I guess diet soda is more preferred in the UK. That's the full fat. I don't know about that. I think it's mostly because maybe it is more popular, but I think if it is more popular, it's because of how crazy the diet industry went in the early 2000s. Legitimately, watch any TV show where they talk about food or weight in the early 2000s, and it's just rampant with really damaging language. And it really messed up a lot of people's perceptions of what is and is not healthy food. So I think if there is a preference to like diet products now, it's probably because the long-lasting impact of the diet industry. Oh my god, The Biggest Loser. Yeah. Oh my god, do you guys remember, what was it called? Was it Fat versus Skinny? Was the program? That was horrible. That was genuinely horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, the sugar industry made fat seem like it's a bad thing when sugar was the real problem. I think the problem is, in total, is that food industries also run the diet industry. And so it's very difficult to find out what is and is not good nutritional information, because a lot of general information is skewed by people being paid off. So, yeah. Having good information is difficult to find because of those particular things. Yeah, but the diet industry is huge. And I think the diet industry is huge specifically because if you have like a problem with any other type of thing in your lifetime, like if you drink a little bit too heavily or if you have an attachment to certain substances, you can go to places to help. Like you can go, you can try and stop smoking, you can try and stop drinking, you can try and stop doing all of that type of stuff. You can have services that will help you stop doing that. The one thing you cannot stop doing is eating. And people prey on that specifically because you can't stop eating. That's a thing that you can't stop doing physically. So it's a much harder thing to overcome. I mean, you can, but you'll die. So, you know. What's the context? We were talking about the impacts of language and public perceptions based on the diet industry. So in the UK, whenever we talk about sodas and stuff, we'll say diet So if we're talking about like Coca-Cola specifically, we'll say Diet Coke, or we'll say full fat Coke. We won't say regular Coke. It is full fat Coke, and that's how you say things, and you get that with everything. And so that kind of just segued. Yeah, everything in moderation, yes. And that's a very hard thing to learn. It's a very, very difficult thing to learn. So if you're able to overcome it and learn healthier lifestyle aspects through all of the noise for things, I respect you fantastically, because even I can't do that properly. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I wonder what cola would taste like if you left out the sugar and the phosphoric acid. Gingery. Probably. It's cinnamon and ginger are like the main ingredients to Coca-Cola. Because you can make it. You can make it at home quite easily. Hi, honey. 8,000 years. Oh my gosh. Hope you're healthy and you're doing well. I am healthy, honey, I think. I hope. I'm a little sniffly today, so I hope I'm not coming down with something. But yeah, I hope you're doing well too. It tastes like tea? Probably. I've been drinking a lot more, like, iced tea lately. I've been making my own. And I convinced Mama Q to make iced tea. We had the same thought in our process where it's been kind of warmish, so we've been like, oh, what if we have iced tea? So we've been making her an iced tea. She came to me the other day and she was like, I tried to make iced tea out of this detox tea that your aunt got me. And I go, oh, is it good? And she goes, no, it tastes like medicine. And I go, yeah, that's probably what detox tea is for. It's detoxing you. Do you just put ice in tea? No, like you boil it with like you boil your tea in like a big vat, and like you can add stuff to it. You can add cinnamon to it. You can add like sugar to it if you want to. I don't typically add sugar, but you can if you want to. And then you let it go cold, and then you add it to a glass with a bunch of ice, and you have it as like a nice refreshing cold tea. It's very good. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's really nice. It's also very refreshing is the thing. Pandan? What's pandan? Eh? Ooh! Oh wait, I've seen people make cakes out of this! It's so green! You can refrigerate right before drinking is what I typically tend to do. Yeah, we tend to make like a big bottle of it and then just put it in like my fridge so that me and Mama Q can enjoy some whenever she comes to stay over. So, yeah. Kind of flavoring leaf. Ooh. Oh my god, a British person. British jump scare! I'm glad you could recognize the Britishness straight away. Some people really can't. Some people think I'm Australian. Why not just cold brew? If you leave it overnight, it's good in the morning. Because we're impatient. It's because I'm impatient and I want tea now. There's no other reason for it. I could cold brew it. I could absolutely cold brew it. But I'm impatient. Seen someone think you were that was Poco! Oh my god. For anyone who's confused about this, Poco of Idol, whom I've known since debut, by the way. I've met Poco multiple times. I've spoken to Poco multiple times. And the other week, when I went on a VSMP, I referenced being British, and she was like, "Are you in a European time zone?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Where?" And I was like, "Britain." And she goes, "I thought you were Canadian." She genuinely thought I was Canadian. I love her. I love her so much. I've known her for so long. Welcome to the land of maple syrup, princess. Glad to be here. I love maple syrup. Ah, Canada. Isn't Canada supposed to be very pretty? Pogo does stream in the deeps of the hours of the night usually. Yeah. Cynthia, thank you for the 7 months, honey. Thank you, thank you. I love you even if you are Canadian. Thank you. I'm glad that even if I was Canadian, you would still love me. The unwavering love. I get the Australian thing because there is an overlap with accents, but how do you get the conclusion of being Canadian? I don't know. Yeah, because like Australian is fine because instead of saying like tomato in like the way that Americans say it, we both say tomato, which is the proper way of saying it. Sorry to say, but yeah, both British and Australians say tomato. Yeah. It's the correct way of saying it. Somehow Australia didn't un-British as much as the US. Well, I feel like America probably had more of a reason to un-British than Australia, to be honest. So, yeah. I thought the Canadian accent is basically the American accent. It's very similar. Apparently it's, like, it is different, but apparently it's still very... Apparently it's still very... American-y. I met a Brit and Aussie at an Irish pub in Kyoto. Probably one of my favorite travel stories. Oh my god. That's my favorite thing! Everywhere in the world, no matter where you go, no matter what city you're in, how big it is, whatever, there is always going to be an Irish pub. Doesn't matter where you are. You could go anywhere in the world, and there is going to be an Irish pub there. It's my favorite thing. The British need to admit that they're saying aluminum wrong and it's just soccer. Just because they stop using the words doesn't make them correct. No. See, you could say all of these things to be antagonistic. Or you could just accept that there are people in the world who are going to disagree with you and be happy with the fact that people are just going to be different. Have a nice day! Peace and love, baby! Irish pubs are SCPs? Absolutely. They appear everywhere. Isn't it? Yeah. Apparently they say, is it aluminium? Is that what Americans say? Because we say, I think it's aluminum that we say. Because I know it's aluminum and then there's aluminium. I don't know which is which. Is it the other way? I don't know how. I don't say it often enough to really know the the general of it. We say aluminum. Is it aluminum? Aluminium. Ask Spectre, she did a video. Oh, did Spectre do a video on it? I can't watch it now because I'm using desktop audio. Is what it is. Americans like to remove vowels. They did that because of cost effectiveness, which is very interesting. So we still use like the U in words like color, which apparently Manachan is very fond of the way that I add a U into everything. Yeah, it was cheaper to cut out the U on certain words because it was just you had to type less words basically, or type less letters. It was a cost thing. Kind of interesting when you think about it. I like to think that Manachan still points it out every time you say color or flavor. Yes. You would be right. You would be right. Every time that we have to work on a document together, or every time I submit like a proposition document, it's like, oh, the U. That's adorable. Manachan finds it real cute. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Speaking of Manachan, when is my meeting? Oh, okay, thank God. Okay, nice. What am I doing proposal documents for? Everything. Whenever I want to do like a project, like whenever I want to do like a song cover or anything like that, I just have to I have to send a document for it. Well, I don't have to, but like, it's just easier if I send a document. Cause like, the only, like, I can propose projects all of the time no matter what, and it doesn't really matter what format I do it in, but it is just easier for me to like make a proposal document, because then I can send that to Manachan and it just outlines, hey, here's what the project is, here's what I need to do it, here's what I'm going to be working on, here's what I need you to do. And then Miss Eddie gives me her credit card. You need to propose most things when working in a corpo? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, because, like, obviously, you know, the stuff that you're working towards, typically, if you have a project, you'll need budget. And for budget, you need the CEO's credit card. And to get the CEO's credit card, you need to convince Miss Eddie and Manhattan that it's necessary. So it's just easier for like everybody involved, because I could just send like a text. I could DM Miss Eddie and be like, hey, I want to do this, and she could still say yes, and that would be fine. But I always feel like it's more clear to the what's the word for it? Essentialness, I guess, of the project, if I just like word it that way. You need to convince people that the money isn't going to be wasted, I assume. Yeah. So we have like actually, I don't know if I can talk about this. Anyway, yeah. EIEN is very willing to pay for things. Is all I'm gonna say. Yeah. At least you don't have to explain why the weird thing is in the bill if it's in the proposition. Yes. Oh yeah. necessary. Yeah, we've noticed. Miss Eddie has tried to buy me games that I already own. And every time I have to DM her to be like, I already own this. Thank you, but I have it already. So yeah, But yeah, so project proposals are a thing. When you work for a company, you just have to do project proposals. It's just the way that it is, and AIEN's very loose on what a project proposal is, because a project proposal can just be like DMing Miss Eddie to be like, hey, can I do this thing? But for me, it's always easier to give them a project proposal because I feel like it's more likely to get approved that way. I'm trying to buy a Amora copy of Holland. Silk Song, please. Do you need to outline the budget? I don't need to outline the budget in some things. What corpo am I part of? I found you on the shorts reel. Hello, I'm part of EIEN Project. We are an American company. We're a small corpo, so we're itty bitty, but we still have budget. So yeah, I don't need to outline a budget typically, because that's what Mana-chan is for. In a project proposal, whenever I'm like trying to say, hey, I want to do this thing, it's typically me being like, hi, this is my project, here's what I want to do, here's what I'm going to do during this project to make it a success, and here's what I need you guys to do. And then I submit that to them, and they do the calculations on their side of things and what they need to do. And if it's not okay budget-wise, they'll come back to me and say that it's rejected. And that's okay. But the cool thing about EIEN is that, like, if you really feel super strongly about a project, you know, if you get rejected for a project, you don't have to, like, have that stay in the cupboard forever. You can keep proposing it to them. Like, Miss Eddie, you know, Miss Eddie never says no for good on pretty much everything. If I'm like, I really want to do this thing, and a month later I propose it again for a second time because I feel very strongly about it, you know, she'll still look at it the same way she did the first time for, like, legitimate, you know, consideration. Yeah, it's never no, it's just kind of like, not right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's the cool thing about working here, is that it never really feels like, my ideas are being shot down for good. It's just kind of a thing of like, this isn't really feasible right now because there isn't really a reason for us to be doing it. So if I can find a reason for the project that I want to do to be relevant in another context, I can re-pitch it for that context. So, yeah. Very good mindset to have as a boss. Yeah, it is. So yeah. A lot of companies out like that, usually a no is a hard no. Yeah. And that's okay too. But it is one of the things that I do like about working here. Is that I can just... It's an open dialogue, which is very nice. I think I prefer that over a lot of different things, you know? So yeah, I like it a lot. But yeah, we love, but yeah, project proposals, they're not my specialty, but that's just mostly because I really suck at writing. But it's okay, because usually my project proposals are just like a title, a 3-line summary of what the project is, and then like 3 bullet points of what I want Mana-chan to do. So I don't have to write an essay for a project proposal, which is fantastic. Actually, well, how many people do not expect that you can just change your mind? I had a really weird conversation because I changed my mind for a good reason. People thought I'm trolling. Yeah, That's what learning is. I think people assume that if you have an opinion on something, it's gonna be that way forever, but that's just not how people work. Like, I do not think the same way as I thought when I was 12. I do not think the same way as I thought when I was 14. Because to live is to change forever. Proposal, building a Muppet clone, yes. I think I might actually still have the project proposal for Muppet Mora. I think I genuinely still have the project proposal for Muppet Mora. Weirdly enough, the first thing I did for that whole project was, I pitched it to Manichan, where I was like, it was in a meeting where they were like, alright, is there any projects that you want to do? And I was like, yeah, so April Fool's is in 2 months. And they were like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, so I want to do a thing for April Fool's. They were like, yeah, what do you want to do? And I was like, bear with me here. Bear with me. I don't think they trusted me at the time, but I'm one of these peoples that is, I'm one of these people where some projects you just have to trust me. You had to propose her? I thought you drew and rigged her. Why do you need approval? I did. Dude, I need approval for everything I post. That's how being in a corpo is. Yeah. No matter what I make, I still need to have Manichan look over everything I make to make sure that it's okay. So, it's what it is. Yeah. There's some stuff that you get leeway with, like Twitter is fine, and so is, like, the YouTube community posts, and so is thumbnails. But for things like I still have to get Manichan to, like, look at the stuff that I make. That's just how it be. Shout out to your rigger, they made the red dot in your eye bob a different amount based on how deep your blink is. It's a very different visual effect. That's just physics-based movement, baby. I'm rigged with all physics. So if I go into my settings and I put my physics settings down to 0, I just won't move. But yeah, my eyes are super detailed. Look at how wiggly I am. Fun fact, actually, the blue and red thing in my eye is not just blink physicked, it's also movement physicked. So if I... See? How interesting is that? Yeah. My ears are also linked to my eyebrows as well. So if I like move my eyebrows up, my ears go up, and if I move them down, it goes down. See? Yeah. I like it a lot. Wiggle. Yeah, so my rigger is so I have a design mama who is Sky Shinryu of EIEN. But I also have a art model mama and an art and a model papa who is my rigger. And both my mama and papa from the model side of things is Weiss Studios. So if you guys are interested in having a look at some models and stuff, Weiss does some really fantastic models. It's been 6 months. Why am I still surprised by your model? It's because they did a fantastic job. It's because they did an absolutely fantastic job. In fact, I don't know if I've ever properly shown this off before. I don't know if I even can. But you can see the physics on my earrings. Like, my earrings will wiggle, but if I wiggle them enough, little sparkles appear. See? Right? The attention to detail is insane. I think they also have them on this as well. Yes, they do. There's another one on my crown as well for when I move a lot. There's a flicker of light as if it's catching the light. Cool, right? Can you see why it takes me 10 billion years to load my model? Does it have a threshold of movement it needs to reach the trigger for effect? Yes, it does. So if I just move like regularly, it doesn't matter so much. But if I move a little sharper, it becomes more and more like this. And that's to do with physics-linked movements. So there is a parameter specifically set for the opacity of the actual light flicker, which is then linked with the physics movements of my head. So it tracks how fast my head is moving and will adjust the limit of opacity according to how fast my head is moving. It's really, really interesting. Nowadays, 3D models are unironically less elaborate and resource intensive than live 2D models, and it's wild. Yeah. Did the model come with like an instruction manual for every small detail? No. God, no. No. I think like, I learned a lot more about how to like utilize my model for specific things through learning how to rig myself. But when you become a VTuber, part of the when you join a corpo, one of the questions that they'll typically ask you unless they are using custom software, like I know specifically Holo uses custom software, they'll typically ask you if you have experience using live 2D software, because that showcases that you can actually use the model properly. Do the gold parts on your elbow have a similar effect? That's my arm. They do not. But that's purely because, so that's to do with render stuff. So because when you're VTubing, you see this bit more than anything else, you typically save render resources on the lower half of the body by having a few bits and pieces, so it is still a full body, so I can still move and it looks really nice and is all rendered and stuff. But instead of it being super resource heavy with terms of like layers and stuff, so stuff like this, you will just render it so that it is a flat color. So there is no stuff here that gives the impression of light, even though it's rendered to look good. Yeah, the only thing I have down here is steppies, which are also physics-based, which is very interesting. So if I move my head a little bit, it doesn't do too much, but if I do a little bit more, it does that. So yeah, everything is physics-based. Yeah. Also, the intensity of the steppy that I do is determined by how fast my head moves. So if you'll see, my foot here, if I move my head super slowly, it will still move and go to the side, but it's very, very low. But if I move it quickly, you see how much more of a jump that is? Physics-linked movements, baby. It determines how fast my head is moving, because everything is linked to my head, and will move accordingly. in terms of speed and intensity based on that. It's very, very interesting. It's cool how you can pilot an entire body with just a camera looking at your face and upper body. There's some parts of VTubing where you can actually track your hands and stuff. Like, you can get models that have hand tracking, which is crazy to me in a 2D perspective. My booba does not come with sparkle physics. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Gio, oh my god, what a terrible time to show up. Hi, Gio. Good morning, honey. How's your morning going so far? Have I ever broken my model while trying to learn how to use it? Yes, I have. I have, actually. So I have an expression that looks like this. Wah! Wah! So this is a very nervous expression. Boob sparkle physics, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So this is one of my expressions. But you'll see how I have animated sweat. I have animated sweat glands for this. For the first, when I first got this model, I accidentally broke it when I was doing setup stuffs. So no matter what I did, I couldn't get the sweat to appear and animate. It was just completely like it wouldn't appear at all. So yeah, it broke my model for the first like 6 months of me using it, until I realized that something was wrong with it. And I had to reload my entire model from scratch to fix it. I never noticed the sweat. Yeah, I think it's cool. I like for this as well. For my sad expression, my tears are animated as well. They're all animated. Also, the wobbly white things in my eyes, they are animated independently of the physics. So they move side to side on their own. I heard you got scared by a certain puppy in the back rooms recently. Don't make fun of me! He's got a human face and he's loud! He's scary. He's so scary. So yeah, that's one of them. I think, what's another animated one that I have? Oh! I was gonna say that you tried to tough it out despite being scared. You're really brave. I did my best. Unfortunately, things with human heads really freak me. They're not good for me. So yeah, I did my best. Yeah, I tried. We ended up playing content warning afterwards instead. Yeah. So the hearts in my eyes are physics based, so if I stop moving, they'll stop moving. But look at that! That's so wiggly! Same thing with the sparkle. The heartbeats are so cute. I love them as well. They make me happy. But yeah, I like them a lot. what's other ones that I have? Oh yeah. I get a little nose wrinkle whenever I get angry, which is... See? At least once every Zatsu. If you had a face like mine, you'd gush over yourself too. Ah. What else do I have? Oh yeah. It just make ice small, and also... void eyes. The shape of my eye also moves to adjust to that as well, because they're meant to be like sad. So the sad expression works for them as well. I love the void eyes. They're one of my favorites as well. Hang on. Yeah. And the final things is eyeshadow. I have a lot of toggles. Yeah. Oh, also. And finally, this isn't a toggle, this is just an animation, but... Yeah. The eyeshadow is great, especially if you play around with the colors. Yeah, I do as well. I think like the cool thing about the eyeshadow specifically is because I have eye makeup anyway. I have eye makeup that you can see here with the eyeliner and the under eye, but then it becomes really scratchy whenever I turn the eyeshadow on. See? Yeah. The crown animation will never stop being cool. I love it so much as well. I didn't even realize I was gonna have an animated crown until I got the finalized model, and I was like, wait, this is animated. Because it used to just disappear. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah, the EP anim, but I can't disconnect from that currently because I have turned off the setting. I turned off the setting for the collab. I didn't turn it back on before today's stream. Do you think you'll ever get a fringe up model? I don't know if it will suit me because I got a big head. I don't know how else to put it. I just have a big head. But yeah, I don't know. I love being me. Genuinely. I love me so much. Big head for 2 brain cells. Yeah, baby, brain cells. Let's go. Yeah, baby. And we love you being you. Yeah, it makes me happy. It makes me really happy. At least they keep each other company. Oh yeah, it's officially Blaze's birthday today. If you haven't already said happy birthday to my favorite tomboy, make sure you drop her a message. Excuse me. Yeah! Make sure that you wish her a happy birthday. I know that some of you guys have done that already. But she deserves it. Yeah! Thank you, Taskeru, thank you! Yeah, it's her birthday. It's her birthday today. She's been doing a donathon for about 3 days. But I think today's the final day of her donathon. I don't know when she starts, but she'll start at some point or another. Is it that it'll be today? Let me find her place. It is! It's the final day of her donathon. Today. Da, 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 da. Oh no, it's tomorrow! She took a day off. That's so real of her, actually. That's such a good idea. Her actual birthday... I don't know. I don't think so. Let me Google her. Hang on. Blaze Shinryu. Let me find the Blaze Shinryu wiki. There's the wiki. This is how you know you've made it as a VTuber, is if you have a Wikipedia page. Oh no, yeah, it is tomorrow. Her birthday is July 6th. That makes sense, because I believe all of our birthdays, for at least the first year, are on Saturday. I'm not a fake Blaze fan, I'm sorry! Well, at least in this time zone, yeah. Yeah. This is, yeah, for me at least, this is how you know you've made it, if you have a Wikipedia page. I was very excited about having a Wikipedia page. And my mother was also really excited about me having a Wikipedia page, because she was like, if I Google you, your name, you come up. And I go, yeah. Is it still on my Wikipedia page that I don't know what clouds are? It is! Oh my god! Mora doesn't know what clouds are. How dare you? How dare you? It's the virtual YouTuber wiki. So it's fandom wiki. Let's see. How dare you edit my Wikipedia page? You finally learned? No, you guys told yourself the second you did it. I just thought it would be removed at some point or another, and it just never was. Da, 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 da. Wikipedia page. I love like the appearance section of it. It's just really funny to me how like somebody had to write out what I looked like in like a paragraph. For a second you thought I had an actual Wikipedia page. God, no. No. Goodness me. Yeah, fandom wiki. And Project Second Wave. I am part of EIEN Project Second Wave. We are Haven. Da, 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 da. Some indie had getting a Wikipedia page as one of her goals. Yeah. No, genuinely. For me, having a Wikipedia page is just fun. It's just fun. Like, I don't know, as a VTuber, I know you can like make them yourself, but I feel like when someone else makes you a fandom wiki page, I feel like that's when you're like, oh cool, I'm known enough. That's when I know I've made it. I'm an official VTuber. Oh yeah, the intro. I'm surprised nobody's written down my intro. I'm surprised nobody's written down our like classic intros on the Wikipedia page. Yeah. Cause I know that Minnie's is like, Con Minnie, I'm you know, Firefox, mozzarella, something along those lines. Mozzarella stick. Yeah. I think we all have like a little intro that or at least I have an intro that I use whenever I have a raid. But that's mostly out of like social incompetence, to be honest. Yeah, that's also one. I just didn't want to have to say that out loud. Air Project's resident screaming Firefox, there we go. Does she not use the mozzarella stick in there sometimes? Because I know that out of like... Because I never know what to say when raids happen, so if I just do like an intro and then proceed to ask somebody how their day was, like I feel like that's good. I'm good at that. If I did, we'd have to upgrade the wiki. I also have noticed this as well, where I go, hello, hi, hello, welcome to stream. That's pretty much what I say every time. And it's to the point where my IRL friends have picked up on it. Hello everybody, my name's Amora. No. I am not Markiplier. Welcome, Intergalactic Princess. Yeah. I just think that's kind of something really funny about being like an otherworldly entity and then putting local in front of that. I just think that that's like a really funny way of doing it. It's the hi, honey. Hi, honey. Yeah. I like calling people by pet names because I feel like it's a nice thing. People like being referred to affectionately. And I want to give you guys as much affection as I can, you know? Yeah. You haven't called your IRL friends chat by accident, but have you? By accident? No. But we do it as like a joke. We'll do it as like a bit where like we'll be hanging out together and then something will happen. We'll look at each other and be like, chat, is this real? Is this real, chat? Pet names Screamy 20s. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, I like giving you guys affection, you know? It is, yeah, it's important to me because I know that there are definitely people out there who maybe don't get a lot of affection nowadays. Maybe they're just they just don't have the opportunity to be given softness regularly, and I think you guys deserve that. So hopefully I can be a source of that for you. Yeah. Did you get flustered when someone calls you a pet name? Well, yeah, because we didn't know each other very well just then. We had to get to know each other a bit. Yeah. What is love? More you'll hurt us. No, I would never. I would never. Chat is the new gender neutral for go. It's the third pronoun. Chat is the third pronoun. It's great. I love it. I'm watching the stream on my phone and my cat's trying to figure out where the alien princess is hiding. It's me! I'm here! I've been told that people, like, their cats watch my stream, which I just think is really cute. I'm entertaining to a cat! That's the greatest honor. But yeah, I don't know. I like treating you guys kindly. That's what I like to do. As much as possible. I know that there is people out there who would maybe prefer the opposite, but I'm not very good at the opposite. So I have to be mean in very specific contexts, otherwise it's just not gonna happen, because it's very foreign to me. Then kindly accept the stuff on Throne. No! All I want to do is hang out with you. I don't want you guys to feel like, you know, you gotta like pay your toll to hang out here, cause you don't. I just want you guys to hang out here. My cat likes sitting in front of my monitor, blocking my view and watching the pretty pink space lady. Let's go! You have Throne? I do have Throne. We used Throne one time during debut. So you guys helped me get a Switch, and you guys helped me get an ASMR mic, both of which I use and have used to make you guys good content. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I hope that I'm worth it with that investment. But I never just want to put like random gifts and stuff on there, because I'm like, well, it feels unnecessary. You guys aren't getting anything out of just buying me little things, you know? Wombat, thank you for the super honey. Instructions unclear. Thought taxes paid. No! Keep your money! Stop! Oh my god, here we go. Devote, thank you for the super honey. Thank you, thank you. Princess Tags. JK, I love being here too. I'm glad you feel happy. The ASMR is such good content. Oza to the Throne is. I'm really not good at it. I worry that I'm not good at it, but I'm trying to be better. So yeah, I will do my best. Thank you for believing in me. I'm sure that's the only thing you've ever spent on this to make us content, right? Moving on. No, you should still pay taxes. Just don't pay princess tax. So you don't have to pay princess tax. Yeah, that's the funny thing about Throne. Is that if I ever do need anything from you guys, it's so funny how desperately some of you guys are absolutely clawing for the opportunity to pay for something on Throne. But I want you guys to keep your money and to be healthy and to be happy. I feel like a cat owner. I'm like, no, you can't eat the chocolate. You'll get sick. It's okay. It's the longest I've sat on a short real live stream, so you must be doing something right. I'm glad you're having a nice time here. Had any funny Throne suggestions lately? I've had a few. I do check. I get every time someone suggests me something new on Throne, I get an email about it. was some of them are actually really legit and seem like to be quite nice. Somebody decided to suggest dehydrated water in a can. Thank you. And someone else suggested what looks to be quite a nice water bottle, actually. With the comment, Amora, stop rejecting thrones. To which I promptly rejected that, because I don't need a very expensive water bottle when I have my ultra emotionally attached Nintendo Switch Sports water bottle. Right here, my handy dandy emotional attachment water bottle. See, I knew exactly who it was as well. Well, thank you for the super, honey. Thank you, thank you. Imagine showing someone who works hard appreciation for making you happy through monetary means. Come on. Thank you, honey. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god. Some of these seem to be like actually helpful, but they're mostly in relation to stuff that has happened. So every time I've gotten a very rare migraine, it's always somebody who's like, let us give you water and let us get you a big hat so that you can be protected from the sun. And somebody suggested a bag of frozen peas, which is funny. I will still stand by eating frozen peas because they're really good as a snack. Please use a water bottle. No, I'm emotionally attached to it now. I made fun of it, and now I'm pack bonded to this thing. Duck behavior, quack. Yeah, some of these things on Throne. What else? Some of you guys put like Lego and stuff on here. There's been 3 different Bunsen burners. Yeah. So yeah, every time someone suggests something on Throne, I get an email about it. And then I look at it and I'd be like, "Aw, they want to take care of me." And then I reject it so that I can take care of you guys financially. Alanator, thank you for the 10, honey. Thank you, thank you. Princess Tax, you do not have to, but thank you, honey. Thank you, thank you. How much is the Nintendo Switch water bottle actually worth? I saw people paying like $60 for it, which is insane because of how terrible it is. But I got it free. I got it for free with the Switch that you guys bought me. I also got a Mario Christmas ornament, which I tried to hang on Mama Q's Christmas tree, and she was like, "Why is Mario here?" And I was like, "'Cause he deserves to be." He deserves to be here. We need to spend Christmas time with Mario. Yeah, people were paying ridiculous amounts of money for it. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Wah. Mama moved into the... I think she did, actually. I genuinely think she did. I believe so, anyway. I think she did. She shoved him to the very back of the Christmas tree. Yeah, people like to collect stuff though, which is, it is what it is. I think the only way that people could have gotten one of these water bottles is if they did get it as a freebie, is part of the thing. They couldn't just buy it on the Nintendo website. I think it was just like, it was a freebie with a purchase of like a more expensive thing. So I think for people who are collectors, it felt better to buy a $60 water bottle rather than, you know, a couple hundred for a brand new Switch that they didn't need. You know? I think if you look at it from that perspective, that's fair enough. It's just a little odd. Oh, there we go. There's another email. Cat treehouse tower. Scratching bedpost for my Discord kitten, MIRRI. I see. Well, I definitely don't need a cat tower. Alright, I'm closing that. Anonymous, thank you for the 10, honey. Thank you. Resistance is futile. Let us love you. No, never. You'll never know who this is. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Keep your money. Be financially responsible. I want you guys happy and healthy. I just like hanging out with you. You don't have to spend money. When MIRRI comes to visit you. I see. I actually really want to off collab with MIRRI. I'd like to soon. Speaking of, I need to DM her to see if her parcel turned up yet. Ugh. We hate royal mail. Hopefully she can try some good snacks before. I ate a curly whirly last night before the stream. I was like, I'm eating a curly whirly, and she was like, what is that? And I was like, you can try it when your parcel gets there. And she's like, oh, okay. It takes 3 to 5 business years for things to get delivered to Norway. Yeah. It's a bit of a big box as well. Like I kind of cheated the system a little bit, and I got the biggest box that I could that was just under the threshold for the large. So I was like, I beat the system. So it's probably that it's a bigger box and they're a bit like, huh. How much did it weigh? It was under 2 kilograms. 2 kilograms? Is it kilograms? Yeah. I think so anyway, yeah. Is it not based on weight? So it's based on how big the box is and the weight of it. So if you have a really tiny box, but it weighs like 10 kilograms. Yeah. Da, 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 da. So yeah, I don't know. I crammed it full of a lot of different snacks, so hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's all good. We'll see. Either way, it's out of my hands now, so... She'll be fine. I've just realized my things have been off. Hang on. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Take this fish. There we go. I've had the noise alerts off this whole time. Da 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 da. I think they've been off for the past couple of streams. They might have been. Because I always turn them off for ASMR. And we had a members ASMR. And I just must have forgotten to turn it back on. I'm stupid. I apologize. It's been 84 years. No! I'm sorry. I want to use I'm gonna have to go through my stream from last night and find drink juice to like to get a noise alert for it, because that was really good. Drink juice. I think I have the timestamp for it already because it was really good. Oh my gosh. I meant to post the God, what is it? I meant to post the downloaded video from the game last night on Twitter, and I didn't, so I gotta go do that. I'll do that after today's stream. Drink juice. Drink juice. Why did I say it like that? Because I was gonna say drink juice, but I said it really weirdly. It went drink juice. Yeah, it was like 1 in the morning for me, so you know, fair enough. Speaking of, what time is it? Okay. I might have to head off. I might have to head off. So I can go do things this evening. I also need to shower first and do all of the things and all of the stuff. Yeah. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful afternoon. All of the stuffs. Can we find... Who's streaming right now? Let's see. No one's streaming right now? Really? Okay, well, if no one's streaming right now, then I'm gonna raid into Blaze's birthday stream that is tomorrow. So yeah. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves. Have some water, drink juice. Bye bye, see ya. Bye bye. Wow. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Where I'm gonna be playing Lethal Company with Tio. Me and Tio organized this. We're having a real good time with it. We're very excited. So please look forward to that tomorrow. Okay. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Stay hydrated, eat snack, drink juice, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.